Hello everyone. Today we'll be talking about recycling. Recycling is one of the 5R's of sustainability, which include refusing, reducing, reusing, recycling, and rot. Recycling is a very important part of sustainability because it gives materials a second life, turning yesterday's waste into tomorrow's products. Now, what does recycling mean? Recycling is the systematic process of collecting, processing, and remanufacturing old and discarded materials into new things. Rather than ending up in landfills or incinerators, these recyclable materials can be turned into valuable reusable resources. This approach conserves natural resources, reduces pollution, and significantly saves energy. By productively reusing materials, we reduce the need to extract more resources directly from the earth. Recycling matters because of four main points. First, it conserves natural resources. Recycling protects trees, minerals, and oil by reusing existing materials instead of extracting new ones fresh from the earth. Second, it reduces harmful gas emissions. The process of recycling significantly cuts excess greenhouse gas emissions by using less energy in manufacturing processes. Next, recycling also helps reduce pollution by keeping millions of tons of unnecessary trash from piling up in landfills and preventing plastics from entering the ocean. Finally, recycling also supports greener jobs as it supports local economies by creating jobs in collection, sorting, and remanufacturing industries. Also, did you know that manufacturing aluminum cans from recycled material uses 95% less energy than producing them from raw aluminum ore? That's a huge amount in energy conservation. Next, we'll talk about the recycling process. The first step is collection. Materials are gathered through recycling bins, drop-off centers, and redemption sites. Next comes sorting. Advanced machinery and well-trained workers separate materials by type and ensure proper processing, which occurs in the next step, processing. During this step, materials are cleaned, shredded, and melted or pulped in order to prepare for the fourth step, which is manufacturing. Here, the processed materials are transformed into brand new products that will be ready for the market. The recycling loop is closed in the last step, called purchasing, where consumers choose products made from recycled content. Effective recycling relies on every step of this process, going from collection to purchasing to create a truly circular economy. Here you may be wondering, what materials count as recyclable? Some things that can be recycled include paper and cardboard, such as newspaper and office paper, cereal and shipping boxes, as well as paper towel rolls. Some metal and glass items can also be recycled, including tin and steel cans, metal jar lids, and clean aluminum foil, as well as lidless glass straws and bottles. Specific plastics, namely plastics number 1, 2, and 5, can also be recycled. These include plastic bottles that hold water, soda, detergent, shampoo, and cleaning fluids, milk jugs, and yogurt containers. Always remember to keep these recyclables clean and dry before putting it into the blue bin. Food contamination can ruin entire batches of recycling, sending perfectly fine materials into the landfill. Some materials that cannot be recycled include plastics 3, 4, 6, and 7. Some examples include clear plastic wrap, plastic grocery bags, foam cups, and multi-layered pouches. Basically, if something is soft, squishy, or exceedingly complicated, it probably isn't recyclable. Some items that require some special extra steps include batteries and electronics, wearable or damaged textiles, and hazardous waste, such as paint, light bulbs, and chemicals. Dry and clean plastic bags can also be returned to grocery stores and retail locations. Remember to always check your local city or county's recycling guide for specific items, locations, as well as collection schedules in your area. They may vary quite significantly by region. One of the most important parts of the process is to recycle correctly. First, clean all food residue from containers. A quick rinse is enough. You don't need to wash it so it's completely spotless, but make sure it's free of food waste. Next, empty and flatten any cardboard boxes to make sorting easier and save space. Be sure to remove anything that's not cardboard, like tape or styrofoam, before putting it in the recycling bin. Also, keep the items loose. Don't bag up the recyclable materials. The plastic bags jam sorting equipment and will contaminate the batch. Finally, recycling programs vary by location, so be sure to check your city or county website for specific recycling guidelines. There are also many misconceptions about recycling, which can lead to contamination and waste of resources. The first common myth is that everything with a recycling symbol is recyclable. In truth, the symbol only indicates the plastic type, as it should have a number on it. It doesn't exactly mean that it's recyclable. Myth 2 is that rinsing containers isn't necessary. As mentioned before, food contamination can ruin whole batches of perfectly recyclable resources, so it's important to rinse all food stains off containers before putting them in the recycling. The third and final myth we have for you today is that the process of recycling alone can solve all of our waste problems. Actually, recycling is just one part of the 5R's of sustainability. Refusing or reducing consumption should still always come first, as prevention is better than processing. It's important to bust these myths and understand local guidelines to efficiently reduce waste. When we recycle right, we can turn waste into opportunity. Recycling is more than just sorting materials. It's a way to conserve resources, protect the environment, and build a sustainable future. Each item that you recycle correctly makes a difference, and every person that you educate multiplies that impact. Start recycling right today. This project was supported by the Hennepin County Green Partners Program.